Hello, hello. Has been a while again. It is the Primo Calcio slash CalcioFC guys here. It is Italy time, which is why we are back. Serie A, I guess we could cover that at some point, but it hasn't been as enthralling of late. So we are back with what we really care about, and that's the Nazionale. So I am Michael, as usual, here with Anthony. How are you doing? Good, sir.
I'm psyched. I'm psyched to talk about some soccer because our last cast got banned for copyright. So we actually did one like
Yeah, we
what was
did.
it 2 weeks ago, and then we
Yep.
got all pissed off that it got banned. So,
I did not
but
want to
this is
modify
what
it.
no, who cares anyway? Serie A sucks, and this is what we like to talk about. We love to talk about the national team. We're the Primo Calcio cast for a reason. This is what we talk about. So let's
Yep.
dig in,
I
baby.
just want to first just make sure, if whoever's watching this, if you love this amazing AI thumbnail with totally real players, please, please thumbs this up because it's
Oh,
awesome. All right.
you don't let me do my custom ones anymore, so this is what you guys get. You don't like my custom. I used to put a lot of work into those. I, I,
Yeah,
I
you put a lot of
stretch,
work into them.
yeah, I stretch MS Paint to its limits, and now we're stuck with AI slop. This is what you get.
It is.
It doesn't offend anybody. That's what we're here for. We don't want to offend anybody with our cast. We just want to go right down the middle.
I don't think we do that, but yeah, I just don't want to have more. Well, I guess we haven't been banned for any crap yet, but hey, who knows? Who
No.
knows? Who
Well,
knows?
I've done a good job, and I think you definitely do a good job of
Yeah.
cutting out things that I say. It's usually just you having to cut my shit out.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. That's what it is. I'm like, oh, okay, that went a bit far. We're probably gonna get a YouTube ban for that. Let's back off. Oh man,
I
it's
don't care.
when we have
Whatever.
a
I,
when we
I
have a
do my
nice clean
best.
one, it's nice because I have to do zero modifications. It's great.
Yeah, well, I can't. It's been a long time, so I can't guarantee you won't have to
Yeah,
clean this one
no,
up.
I know. All right, so we all know what's coming. The match against Northern Ireland. In a little bit of history, which I'm sure most know, who's going to get queued to this at least. Northern Ireland was the team responsible for Italy not making the last World Cup qualifier, and now we meet again. This is one of two playoff games. I can't remember the other team, but if they make it through this, Italy plays either Wales or I don't know the other
Serbia.
company. Serbia. I don't know if it's Serbia or
I
not,
think
but
so. Maybe. I don't know.
maybe Serbia's already qualified. But I think it's either Wales or somebody else. I don't think it's Serbia. I think it's a team who's not great. So we
Well,
should win these games, but as we all know with
we
Italy,
should.
these are the games that we lose.
Well, we
So
definitely struggle, and we talked about this right before we started recording. Teams that say North something, North Macedonia, Northern Ireland. So teams North whatever, it's going to be a problem. So this is going to be a tough game just because of that. They're from the northern part of a small country, and
it must be amazing. Yeah.
yeah, there's clearly a high density of talent there. We
It's
just can't overcome
Bosnia
it.
and it's Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's the team. It's
Okay,
them or Wales. So
okay. Well, that's
100% teams that we should still beat. But these are also the games that I trust us to show up the least in. I would actually be more confident if we had to actually show up and play our asses off against like a France or
yeah.
something like that. But
Well, in teams like Bosnia, they actually have like adult men there, so that actually scares me because
yeah, they play
when
hard.
when it's more of a bitch
Yeah,
a team, I'm more confident. But when it's a team of like dudes that play hard, that scares me. They're
yep.
less bitch there than they are in other parts. Well, that's the Balkans technically, but in other parts of Europe where they're more bitchy, I feel more confident. But Northern Ireland and the Bosnians are going to come to play.
They will come to play. So
Yeah.
I think before we get into selection and what we think Gattuso should do, how we should line up against Northern Ireland, we got to go over injuries because that is going to kind of heavily impact things. So right now there are 7 players who are unavailable, who are considered call-ups right now, and we'll see. So Bastoni and Calafiori were concerns, but looks like they'll even be fine, so won't include them. So there's 7. That's going to be Di Lorenzo, Udoge, Gabbia, Leone, Rovella, Verratti, and Vergara. Unfortunately, the 5 I listed last, so Gabbia, Leone, Rovella, Verratti, and Bergara. I think I would honestly take every single one of those.
Yep.
Maybe not Leone if he's not back to form, but every other one I would take are unfortunately not a chance that they're for sure ruled out. The ones that are a possibility to rule in would be Di Lorenzo and Udogie, and unfortunately, those are the 2 of those 7 I would definitely not call right now. I think Udogie is a fine option for like a backup wing back, but if we're going 4-man back line, I wouldn't even call him.
We have other options, and I think we'll get into this, but I would not go 4-man back line. I don't trust our wing backs to play defense at all.
No, but I mean, just on the Udogie point, I think if we were doing wing backs, totally fine to bring him but as a side back, please no. And Di Lorenzo, yeah, I agree. Di Lorenzo, absolutely not. Like he cannot be on the team anymore. He's never been good for them. So
yep, he's
all
a
right.
defensive
So
liability.
Selection. I know the rumor is, and I think they're gonna be true, that Gattuso still wants to bring 4 keepers. I think it's pointless because he is going to waste a spot. I think you can bring 26 players across. So let's start, I guess, from on the back. We'll go through our selections and then who are our possibilities. So
yeah,
keepers. If we have 4 keepers,
Donnarumma, of course. Yeah, Carnesecchi, Caprile. Those
yeah,
would be my
I'm actually gonna jot these down and see how different it'd be. So Donnarumma, Carnesecchi, Caprile. I agree. Those are the exact 3 I would pick, and that's the exact order I'd play them in. I would play Donnarumma, Carnesecchi, Caprile in that exact order. I know that they're considering bringing who's the other they're talking about? It's not Vicario, but no, Vicario can't be chosen. But that's gonna be him. That's the one they're tossing out there. What's the point? You're not gonna have three keeper injuries and need a 4th. You just won't.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean you're pretty screwed. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think we have enough guaranteed startership to not have the extra options on the bench.
I think you want all the extra options you can get, because if somebody has like the hot hand or something, then you got to play him. So like if a guy like a Basili or like a Casade or something, that you just got to be able to bring those guys who may not get much minutes but may create a spark. You're not going to get a spark from Vicario. You're not going to get a spark from Caprile. Even though I like Caprile, you're not going to. What are you going to do? Like you're going to play Donnarumma or Carnesecchi. That's it. So
yeah, agreed.
I would stick with 3. He's going to pick 4. So if we have that left, let's say we do take R3. We got 23 players left.
We're going 3-5-2, right?
I'm going 3-5-2. Is that what you're going?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So if we're going 3, you at least need 6 defenders. We'll start off with that, and then we'll add an extra player. So we'll pick 6 defenders for that. We'll double it up, and we'll go from there. So who are you taking as your 6, considering it's a back 3 now, and we got
Gabbia's injured, right?
Yep.
The biggest problem with the back 3, or really any of our, it doesn't really matter. The biggest problem with our defense in general is we don't have a smart, disciplined guy at the back. I really liked Gabbia. I know that was someone that I was not totally sold on at the beginning of the season. I am now. I think he's our best option for like a control guy. So the problem is you have to play some kind of slob at the middle. And typically in years past, I would say Buongiorno, but Buongiorno has not been good this season. He's been in and out with injuries all year. I don't think he's sharp. He looks slow. And I don't trust him right now. I hope he gets his injuries sorted out. But, I mean, I think Calafiore, Bastoni, I think Bastoni's just been asked for the national team, but they're going to start him no matter what. So I think he's getting a call up. I think Calafiore and him played the same position, but that's just the way it is. Scalvini has looked really good. I think we're bringing him up for sure. God, I don't like our defensive options. I think it's much easier
really,
to striker and midfield.
really rough because of those injuries. Because if you look at that, like if Leone is healthy, like you probably take him as a backup. Yeah, but he was good. You take him as a backup. You definitely take Gabbia and he starts for you. So that takes up 2 of your options already, right? Right. So that's the problem, is that it takes up 2 spots. Buongiorno would have been a deadlock for me. He would have been a starter, but the problem is he's been really bad this season, as you were saying. Yes, injuries, and he just hasn't looked good when he's played. Like he's had a couple moments, but he's been really late on his game reads, which I don't like. And it's exactly what you said. Like we don't have a smart dude, and it's not just that he's slow, but mentally he's too sluggish mentally to say, hey, I need to be here. Like you may even consider taking a Cherby as an option at this point because I mean at least he's a gamer, but he's definitely past it in my opinion.
Yeah, he's past. I wouldn't
So
take him.
if we've got so right now in form because I'm thank God he's fit, but I would put Scalvini on my right side as a right center back, and then yes you got to play Bastoni at the left center back. Even though typically if we had Gabi, I would not. I'd run Scalvini, Gabi, Calafiore as my starters. I would not start Bastoni, yeah. But I think you have to start Calafiore in the middle, and then play Bastoni on the left and Scalvini on the right. That's your best shot right now.
God, I don't like Calafiore in the middle either. I mean. These guys aren't good defenders. They can't read the ball in the air. They can't.
But if he's forced to stay home, I think he's going to be better.
Not physical.
If he's forced to stay home, he'll be okay. If he has to go up, then or if he's in this flex position, I don't love it because he's going to go up every time.
I mean, who are the other options? I mean, Mancini's another option.
Mancini, but you just can't pair him with Bastoni. All of our worst games have been Mancini, Bastoni, Locatelli. Every single bad game has been those guys.
Absolutely. Yeah,
can't do it.
Three slow, dumb people.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
So what do? I think you must go Scalvini, Calafiore, Bastoni as your starting three. I don't trust Buongiorno right now. I would have given him the deadlock, but I don't trust him right now.
I don't. Yeah, I can't. But I don't trust Bastoni either, man. And I don't trust Calafiore. I really don't. I don't know if I don't think we're in a very good spot defensively at all. I hate all of our options. When a Scalvini is your best choice,
yeah, he's only been fit for like
that's a
2
bad
months.
spot. Yeah, he's been fit for 2 months and he's still like what 22. The guy hasn't been fit in 3 years, and he's our best choice.
Oh, it's highly likely. I mean, it's possible he gets injured, and then what do you do? Right. You got to run Mancini out there, and then you're rocking Mancini, Calafiore, Bastoni. It's kind of wild. I mean, I don't love our defense. We only have a few great options, and these youngsters who have for one reason or another haven't panned out because Leone has been injured, so he hasn't had time. Even though I think he was probably the brightest prospect. Who's the guy from Fiorentina that we both liked last year? Camuzzo has been bad this year. Like I watched a lot of Fiorentina games. He's not been good this year, but he's had bad coaching, and you just see the effect of Palladino over somebody else on a youngster.
Well, I don't know who I like. You call up Ahanor, who I don't think is a very sound defender. He's
been
young
bad.
Kid.
He's been objectively bad
defensively.
And he's not fast like people think he is. Like he's not. So maybe you do go with like your sixth option being Camuzzo because he at least is physical. So I mean,
Gatti.
Yeah, you could do Gatti. Yeah, you could do Gatti. I mean, and he's had a bad season too. So these guys who were good last year. Camuzzo, Gatti, they're not good this year. So, but maybe they could play well for the Nazionale. And
our defense is a disaster. It's a disaster.
All right, so we got to choose 3 extra guys. We know it's going to be Scalvini, Calafiore, Bastoni. Are you?
I mean, Ghilardi.
Ghilardi's been good. That's a great shout.
Yeah,
No. That's a great
Ghilardi.
shout. We take Ghilardi, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Ghilardi.
You got to play the guys that have been playing well. I'm sorry, but this isn't we don't have an elite enough group to just guarantee these people starting spots.
Agreed.
Bastoni has been nothing but trash for Italy. He's a horrible defensive defender. We don't need it. And Calafiore is better in every way than Bastoni. I trust him more. He's more athletic. He's been better for the national team. He's slightly better at defense.
He's better at reading balls in the air.
He's better at reading balls in the air.
He's a true athlete. Like he's actually athletic. Like so. I mean, yeah.
I'm honestly going with Ghilardi.
I'm definitely picking Ghilardi. Ghilardi's not number 4.
I'd bring Gatti. Dude, Gatti's he's an asshole. He's good in big games.
If you have to trust Gatti or Mancini or Camuzzo, it's Gatti.
Oh, I tell you, Gatti, no doubt.
So
and that just shows where our team is right now. Yeah, but I will say he is good in big games. He performs excellent in big games, and he's good against big, strong strikers. If little fast guys, he's not coming off the bench.
Yeah, well, especially if you're going to put him on the right side. Like if he's backing up Scalvini, it's fine. I don't want to see him in the center, but if you see him as a right center back, yeah, and he scores some big goals too, right? I mean, Gatti has scored some big goals for Juve. So we've got 5 for sure right now. We got Scalvini, Calafiore, Bastoni, Ghilardi, and Gatti. Now we have to at least pick one more, and then we'll add the next later. So who right now is going to be our tentative 6th? Buongiorno, Mancini, Acerbi.
I mean, is Buongiorno worse than Mancini right now? I think Mancini's had a much better season.
Mancini started off better, but he hasn't been great the past few months.
That's true.
So, but he started off very, very good.
Azzurri's done. I wouldn't even. He's done. He's not as done as people think he is, but he's I think too done for the game like this.
Is he really, or the surprise pick Kamutsu, who has not been good this season either?
Nah, I don't trust Kamutsu. I don't trust any of these guys, dude.
I don't know.
Honestly, I
We gotta
trust
pick one.
Azzurri the most.
I was gonna say the same thing. If you had to pick one to play that center spot, the center, just the middle, I would pick a Azzurri. To win a one-off game, it's gonna be a Azzurri.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So
I'd
we'll
actually
add our last
start
one.
him.
Like you just, especially. I mean, I don't know.
Actually, as long as it's not a small, fast striker. If it's a strong guy, I'm starting Azzurri. If it's a little fast guy, I'll start somebody else. Anybody else.
We don't have any like good. But you just have Calafiori. That's it. That's the only guy who could keep up.
And he's not a good defender.
Scalvini is decent at that. So those are like your faster guys. Bastoni's terrible at it.
Gilardi's been good too.
I don't know if Northern Ireland has any like burners, right? So they may. I don't watch them, so if anybody knows, let me know. But either way,
the Gabbia injury is a big one.
Gabbia is a big one. So I think we have our 6, and then we'll see if we have extra space. We might add a 7th, which I think you need to because injuries would crush it. So Scalvini, Calafiori, Bastoni, Gilardi, Gatti, Acerbi is going to be your 6. And then we're considering Buongiorno, Mancini, Camuzzo for a bonus. All right, so now we move on to the next level, which will be midfield. So midfield, we're going with, we'll do our midfield 3, and then, or you want to do our wingbacks first?
Let's do wingbacks first.
All right, let's do wingbacks. Let's just go double. So we're going to 2 wingbacks, so 4 wingbacks. So let's pick our 4 wingbacks.
Palestra, Di Marco. That's my starter. Those are my starters. Then I'll go with Coyote, Cambiasso. Cambiasso's been good for the national team. He plays both sides. There's no onus on defending really at that position anyways because, I mean, Jesus, we have DiMarco. He's not a worse defender. Certainly, Cambiasso's not a worse defender than DiMarco. My criticism with Cambiasso is not extremely relevant with the national team. He's been good for them typically. So I'd run those 4. That'd be my 4. Palestra, Coyote, Cambiasso, DiMarco. I don't know who else we play on the right side that would be better than Coyote, which would be the only really wild card. I think Palestra is just an excellent player in general. I don't think we lose anything by having him out there. Maybe you bring in Bellanova.
I was just gonna say, I think Bellanova is a possibility too. I think that for me, I like bringing Cambiasso because he can play both sides. I think his form has been very up and down, but he's a very talented guy, and I think he'll come through when we need him to. DiMarco is the deadlock at wing back. If we play him at side back, you might as well not even bring him. Like it's that big of a difference, and people don't understand this. Like, oh, DiMarco's he's amazing, and he's in amazing form. He needs to be a wing back. He's so talented going forward and with crossing and shooting. He's one of the most talented dudes out there. You put him in defense, he's terrible. You need to.
I don't even think he's a wing back. I think he's just a winger, but that's fine. I mean, that's the modern game.
Yeah, he is a winger. Yeah. What defense does he play?
Zero.
Nothing, right?
He is the worst out of all the players you mentioned at wing back. He is the worst defender.
Nope.
And I don't even think it's close.
I would say.
But he's so good going forward.
I would say I would bring Bartasaghi over Coyote right now, and I would say I would do Palestra and Cambiasso for the right, and then DiMarco and Bartasaghi for the left. Reason being, he's in great form, and he can play that left center back role if you need him to because he's done it. Like he can do either center back or and he can actually play side back if we play a 4-man back line. So he's one of the only versatile guys besides like Palestra who can defend too. So I agree with that there, and I would say we probably should bring a 5th. And we're gonna have to choose that 5th between. Is it gonna be Coyote or is it gonna be Bellanova? So I think that's really the choice.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Bellanova because of his experience and size, and he's played with the group a lot. So
he's always been good. When he stepped in, he looks good. Even when he recently was subbed on for Atalanta in the last game, like he didn't start, but that was against when they got blown out against Bayern. Like he actually did well. He should have started the game, but oh well. Some other shouts.
Crossing's better. Yeah.
Exactly. Some other shouts, but they just, once again, injuries and come back, are Spinazzola, who would have been my deadlock, but he's not on form right now. But he was early in the season. That was actually would have been like my starter for either side. He was excellent. And then, who's the other guy I'm thinking of? I just had the name. Zappacosta is not a bad shout.
No, I think we have options though. I like Spinazzola though. I actually would put Spinazzola in as my third wing back. I don't think his form's been as off as you might think. I think he's. I would bring
Spinazzola is excellent. He's
Spinazzola.
smart. He's crafty. He's more
Yeah,
consistent than Cambiaso, and he can actually defend,
he
whereas
can defend.
Cambiaso
Yeah,
cannot defend. So yeah, I mean,
he's a smart player,
maybe
man. That's
he
what
can
we
play
need.
both
We need
sides.
smart guys. Yeah,
Maybe that sorts
he's.
it.
Yeah, that does.
So if you run Palestra, Di Marco, Spinazzola, Bartasaghi as your four, and then your fifth flex is Cambiaso. That's it.
I'm not taking Bartasaghi over Cambiaso. Cambiaso's been good for the national team. He hasn't been the most amazing season, but he's been great for the national team, especially working with DiMarco. I haven't seen Bartasaghi do that yet. I'm not trusting
I
it.
like the difference. I would totally take Bartasaghi just because I watched a lot of Milan. I
Yeah,
would
because you
totally
like
take him.
Milan, yes.
No. It just because he's consistent. He can play D. He's consistent, and he has an excellent left foot too. So I would take him objectively. Um, I believe I have no love for Milan. That's not a team I've been digging, even though it's my quote unquote team. But I would take him. I would have Cambiaso be that kind of fifth flex. I think he'd probably take 5 side backs, but we'll see. We'll see what squad we have. All right, let me write that down, and then I'll maybe add Spinazzola up there, and then Cambiaso. Okay, we'll take the rest out here.
Okay.
Now we go to mids. So 3-man mid. It kind
Well,
of
let's
picks
just start with
itself,
Regista
but
because we don't have one.
no, we don't have a Regista.
We don't have a Regista. Rovella is injured again, as usual. Ricci can't get playing time on Milan. And we're going to be stuck with Cristante Locatelli, and I know Locatelli is awesome for Juventus. I really like him. He's not as good as people think he is, but he's good and solid for Juve. I like him at Juve. He is garbage for the national
Yeah,
team.
he gets many
He is,
highlights, and they're not good ones for when we
yes.
cover the national team. Many.
Yeah, he's had like 2 good games, and that was back in Euro Cup
Yeah, as a center
for
mid.
the national as a sub, as a mezzala. He
Yes.
has never played not one single good game at Regista for the national team, and he will not, because that is not a good position for him when the stakes are high.
Yep.
He is too slow for that position, and he is not creative. I like him as a mezzala. I
Yep.
always thought that was his position. We talked about it ad nauseum on this podcast.
Yeah, people who've heard us
Uh,
talk, they know that's where we think he should be.
yeah, I would totally have him on the team. I would not have
I would
him as a
agree.
regista. The problem with this formation and this team right now is we do not have a regista. We thought that Verratti would do the job, and he would have
That would
been
have been the call. That
amazing at it.
1000% would have been the call.
Yep. And now he's injured.
Yep.
He accepted the call up. He was ready to go, and now he's going into surgery. So we are totally screwed at that position. So out of all of the players in Calcio right now, who do you take as your regista?
About a month or two ago, I would have still said Ricci because he had enough, just getting enough PT, and he still went. Every time he's played for the Nazionale, he looks stable and solid, and that may still be the call, but it's just really hard to pick
He doesn't play.
Cristante. You're right. It's really hard to pick Cristante because I have not seen anything good for the
He's
Nazionale in
so
that
bad
position.
for the national team.
Like he's been good for Roma,
Yeah.
but he's also not great at that position. He's similar to Locatelli, where like he misses markers.
Yeah.
He's very slow. He's slower than Locatelli. Like
He's extremely similar to Locatelli.
it's like you just have a guy who plays there because he plays there, but that's totally not what he should be doing. He's also not bright enough to play that role. It doesn't. I don't like it, and it's rough. But I think, oh my god, I think you still take.
Ricci's still the best option, dude.
I was just gonna say, I think you still take Ricci.
He's
I
not
think
injured, dude.
he's not injured. He's healthy. He's fit.
And when he's played, he's done nothing in his performances for the national team for him to not get that spot.
No, I guess you're right.
He has not played a bad game for the like. What has Locatelli or Cristante done for the national team
Bad things.
to earn their spot?
Only bad things. They never.
they've
This
only
this is a
been bad.
part of the junk that has failed before. Like literally,
Yes.
the Di Lorenzo, Mancini, Cristante, Locatelli. That is the nexus that has failed us.
Yes, I agree.
So you just can't run.
No.
I say you still bring Loca because I think that he has some benefit,
Yeah.
especially if Gattuso changes things and puts him as like a backup CM where he should be. Then he actually
Right.
can be good. And I mean, it's funny. He goes from being a hindrance to being a benefit then. So
Right.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay,
No, I think
so
Luka's
this
on
is
the
our
team.
team.
It's
We
not
do what
in
we
their-
want to do. So I think
Yeah,
we go
right.
Ricci, Tonali, Barella. Even though Barella's been kind of out of form, I think you still got to play the guy.
I agree. I mean, if Barella is in form, he's the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Barella has not been in form in like over a year.
Yep.
And but you still got to put. He was so good. You still have to play him. I don't know what his problem is, and he's stopped hustling, and that is a big problem for me. One of my favorite things about Barella was he was just everywhere, all the time.
He's an animal.
He was a fucking animal. Exactly. He's not an animal anymore. He's just out there floating around, diving, flipping balls around. I want to see that hunger. I want to see that animal mode again. And I would definitely start Barella, but I really like Pisili right now. I think Pisili is that all action.
Pisili definitely gets chosen. Yeah, Pisili definitely comes. He comes. Might. Yeah, he does. we might do 6 to 8 mids here. We'll see, because that may need the most rotation too. Because some of these guys can kind of pop up there. Like I would consider taking Miretti just because I think he's talented, and you could.
He hasn't played much.
And it's the same thing as Ricci though. He has everything you need to play that role that you need, and in a pinch, you can put him as a second striker, back him off, so he can play kind of like this, like a full attacking mid. You can't do it with the other guys.
He's playing Coop Miners.
I know,
instead.
all the time.
Okay,
all the time.
And I don't even know who Milan's playing because I don't watch. But I mean,
Fofana.
You have these talented young, right? You're playing Fofana over fucking Ricci and Coop Miners. Whenever we run, a third center mid.
Yeah.
We're running fucking Coop Miners.
For all intents and purposes, they're playing Ricci out of position because they have Modric, so they're not playing. They're playing Modric as Regista. And funny enough, Modric can 1,000% not play as Regista because he didn't play there for a lot of it as Madrid player. They would trade off with him and Cruz, and Cruz actually played more of that role. Anyways,
self-loathing culture, and these are the repercussions of it. So you got a couple guys. So you can't bring Moretti. He just hasn't played enough. Plus you got guys like Pisili, who have been excellent, and he needs to be on the team.
Pisili for sure. That was actually going to be my number 4. Pisili is in form. I like what he brings. Yeah. He's versatile. He can push forward. I think he plays smart too. So I think Pisili is your number 4. I think Locatelli is your number 5. I mean. So you have Ricci, Tonali, Barella, Pisili, and Locatelli. Now we need to pick a few. So are we going to go with Fratesi here? Are we going to go with Casadei here? Do we keep Cristante? I don't, but I know he's going to get called up. I don't personally take him.
What has Fratesi done to not earn a spot? He's been good. It's been a long time though. He was good under Spalletti. He has not been good under Gattuso, but he doesn't really play much under Gattuso.
He's good under the attacking coaches. Now, he's really good at the late runs into the box. And if we need to go late, he's probably gonna be one of the guys. So I think you have to take him.
I think it's a fine option. You have Locatelli for a lockdown option. You have Fratesi for an attacking option. You got Pisili for the contingency plan for Barella if Barella decides to just be a fucking dog. You got Pisili out there who won't be. He'll run around. He'll give you a proper shift.
Yep.
I think that's the way. The problem is you really only have one Regista. I guess if we err in a pinch, Locatelli can do it. But it's going to be bad.
So now
it's a shame that Ravella's injured.
Oh, big time. I mean, it's a shame that Ravella's injured and that Verratti's not there. If you have an informed Barella, something we talked about before the cast, you have an informed Barella and Verratti's there, you just put Verratti as a regista and you have Barella and Tonali. That is actually a world-class midfield that stacks up against anybody. For once, they really could compete with anybody as far as talent goes. And then your backups fall into line even better because now these guys who had to be starters, they can just be backups, which is excellent. So your depth grows. But either way, that's what we have right now. Who would be like your 2 maybes? Because we have 6, and midfield's a spot where we usually take more than 6.
I mean, have Casadei and Fabian really been that good?
I would go Casadei and Mondragora. Casadei has been good, and he's
Mondragora, yes.
He's a big body, who gets into the box, which is something that not a lot of these midfielders can do. Which is one of the only benefits of Cristante is he can get some headers. Casade can fill that role, and he's more talented, especially if you put him in the position to push forward. So that's who I would pick as like my 7-8 would be Casade and Mandragora. Plus Mandragora can take free kicks. So I think that's who you take.
I'm a Mandragora fan.
He's a gamer too. He's one of those dudes he's a good athlete. He's talented. He gets it done. He cares. Yep. He's never not working hard. I haven't never seen the guy be lazy. So that's the type of mentality you need for a team like this. Those are my 8. We'll see if we can take 8 once we kind of get the strikers here. Okay, now we move to attack. If we're running 3-5-2, we're running 2. Is there any reason to change the successful 2? I think not. I think you just start with Keane Retegui, and now it's about the backups.
Oh, you got Esposito. For sure.
That's 1,000% the first sub, if not a starter, if one of those guys are a little bit under the weather. So
yeah. After that, I don't really, doesn't really matter, does it?
Scamacca's in form. I think you take him.
Yes. Yeah, Scamacca for sure. And maybe a Raspa just for a change of pace.
What about Chiesa?
I mean, he doesn't even want to play for the national team. I love Chiesa, but
if he says yes, would you take him?
Absolutely.
I would. I would still take, especially
after Barella,
in
he's our most talented player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
especially in this role where like he doesn't have to start, but like if he's feeling hot, he can play. This is exactly
off the bench. He's
amazing.
He's outstanding. Yeah.
So I'm gonna semi pencil him in here, and then if it's not Chiesa, who will be your 5th? Because we're gonna need a 5th.
Raspadori.
Anybody else we would consider for this role here?
I can't think of him off the top of my head, but I think Raspadori has performed for the national team. He puts balls in the net. He offers something different. He's a proper second striker, in my opinion. All the guys we have in our strikers are strikers, and he is a second striker. I like that option as a 5th guy. That's what I would do. I don't think we have. I think that's a solid group. I really do. I don't think we have guys that we're missing that we're going to say, oh man, if we just had this guy, we'd be much better.
No, I think it works. Raspadori especially, and we've talked about this when he starts games, he doesn't do great. You bring off the bench, he does add something. So he
scores clutch goals.
Exactly. He's one of those dudes who just will score a clutch goal. I don't think he's an amazing player, but he'll have a role to play. He's a good squad guy. I agree. I think Raspadori is that number 6 guy if you have to take him. Absolutely. So let's kind of calculate and see if we miss anything. So I really wouldn't take 4 keeps, but we're doing 3. This is our team. So 3 keeps. We're taking 6 defenders right now, so we're at 9. We're taking 6 midfielders. We're at 15. We're taking 4. So at 9 for wing backs, we're at 19. And then we're taking, I guess,
strikers.
5 strikers. At 24, we have 2 spots to fill because you can take 26. So I guess the question is, do you take either a Coyote, a Bellanova, a Buongiorno, Camuzzo, Mancini? Do we take a Casade or I like that? Or do
definitely take a Mandragora.
And do we take Raspa for a 6th attacking option? Because I penciled Chiesa.
I thought Raspa was. Oh yeah, Raspa.
I think we'll do this. Is it a Chiesa / Raspa? Because if Chiesa says no, then the option is Raspa. If Chiesa says yes, then you take Chiesa, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't take more than 5 strikers anyways. I think that's fine.
I agree. So I'll do that. So that works. Okay, so Mandragora over Casade, and then we have one more spot to fill. Do we take one of the side back wing backs, or
no? I take Casade because Casade can also play up top if we need him to. He's played a lot of attacking midfield for the under 21.
Yeah, so just leave Zappacosta, Carabel, and Nova. I agree. They can stay. They can stay, and then don't take.
I mean, I like Orsolini, but this isn't the squad for him.
I agree. I think that's one of the dudes who's just going to be unlucky and miss out because he's been nothing but very good for the past 3 years now.
Yeah.
He can bag goals. The issue is if you played him in a 3-5-2, he could play as a part of the 2, but as a drifting wide type of guy, like kind of what Chiesa did for Juve back when he was under Allegri. But
yeah,
I don't know.
It's not that hard to do it. But
no.
How bad is Romagnoli?
He's not even playing anymore right now. Like he had the whole drama and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if he's injured, but he's had a little drama. He has not been good this year though. No,
he's done.
I mean, he's just okay. He's okay.
Yeah, he's always been just okay, but I mean, our whole defense is just okay. I just want that
I know.
experienced guy back there. Like I want someone with the brain. We got such a
Yeah, yeah.
dumb defense.
The defense is rough. Yeah, I mean,
I hate that
if one of
defense.
our defenders goes down, do we need? I mean, do you need that extra defender? Probably not. It's one game. It's one game. No, you take six.
Yeah,
We don't need any more.
yeah,
We don't need to put any more guys in a position that we suck at. So we'll leave it
yeah. I
there.
agree.
All right, that is our squad. Let us know what you guys think. All right, I'm gonna let's list it off now that we have this official. Donnarumma, Karnaseki, Caprile. Donnarumma starting. Across from starting, Scalvini, Calafiori, Bastoni as your three, backing them up. Gilardi, Gatti, Acerbi.
Gross.
Pretty gross. Besides Gilardi,
That's horrible.
Gilardi's
That's horrible.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's
and
been good.
Scalvini.
Yeah. Palestra for the right wing back. DiMarco, Spinazzola, Cambiaso, Bartasaghi as your guys. It's pretty
It's
good.
good.
Ricci, Tonali, Barella, Pisili, Locatelli, Fratesi. Good, but could be a lot better.
That's good.
Casade and Mondragra backing those guys up as well as kind of flex picks. And then Keane, Retegui, Pio, Scamacca, Chiesa or Raspa. If Chiesa says no or something's happening with him, then Raspa for sure. I mean, that
Best part
should
of our
be
team.
more than good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
To win.
honestly, the strikers are the best part of our team.
Yeah, when's the last time Italy had that many good strikers, man? It's crazy.
Yeah,
We did not have
yeah,
this last
yeah.
time.
No.
You know
When was the
what?
last time Italy had this bad of a defense?
I mean, it's a different team. It's a totally different team. So we probably can't play the classic way because our team can't do it. They
I mean,
can't
do you
defend.
even play a 3-5? I mean, we're playing a 3-5-2 because our wingbacks can't defend.
That's
Can't
right.
defend.
Well, and whatchamacallit, guys like DiMarco is like a true threat. He's actually a truly world class. As a wingback,
Yeah.
he is a world class player.
Yeah, he might be our best player if Barella decides to eat
Correct.
poop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like so. I think that you play it because of that reason alone.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, who would you pick in a two man? Like this is what really.
No,
That's the
nobody.
thing. You can't play a 4-man back line because who are your
No.
two? I don't trust Scalvini there. Calafiori could do it next to somebody good, but we don't have that somebody good. Maybe Gilardi next to somebody good. Nobody can do it.
And you can't play Tonali Barella because neither of those guys want to defend. I mean, we've done enough breakdowns on that, in our lifetime.
Yeah, it's so funny, man, because both these guys at the start of both these guys, like at the start and middle of their when they were starting to become bigger, were excellent at that. And now, maybe they've gotten too much into pushing forward because it read the headlines and stuff like that they just don't care anymore about the defense.
Well, Tonali plays in England. That's a very open league where you run around a lot, and they really like that. I don't know what Barella's problem is. Barella has no excuse. I mean, maybe he's just tired. Maybe he's done.
He could just be tired, man. Because
To me, he should
looks
be
the same for
shifted to a
Inter.
regista. They should be They should be putting him in the regista role. Absolutely has the skill and the creativity and the vision to do it. If he's not going to hustle box to box anymore, it's a great
Or
role
he
for him.
pushes up into like an attacking mid role because he once again has a skill and creativity, but doesn't have to track back as much.
He can
and
do
that's
it, yeah.
probably more likely for him because it seems like defense is the worst part of his game right now.
Yeah, we need to have. I just don't like any of our midfielders' ability to track back and defend, and at least Ricci gets in the way.
Oh, he is very positionally sound. At the very least, I'll give him
Yeah.
this. Like especially when he plays as that like regista, he's very positionally sound. He's always looking around. So that much I give him. So this is gonna be your best bet. Okay. So we know what we have to do there. That's at least what we think. So let us know you guys thoughts, and then we'll talk about two more kind of hot topics and then call it one. And I think we kind of already answered this because we include him in our team. Should Bastoni be banned?
Oh,
No.
we talked about that. Yeah, that was the one we got.
No and
we-
yes.
We did a great job in that podcast that got taken down for copyright. What a bunch of BS. We had that was right after it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what Bastoni did happens every single game,
Every
25
game.
times. Okay. Yeah. Like,
Was it
if-
cheating? Yes. Does it happen
course.
every game? Yes.
Is it cowardly?
Every game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it anti-manliness? Of course.
Yes.
That's the name of the game. I mean, I'm 41 years old. I've watched this game a long time. Never in my life have I depicted soccer as a macho game. It's always been a game for bitch boys. He was just being a little bitch boy. Everyone exaggerated it way too much. They were right. It was a totally horrible move.
Yeah,
It's the
horrible
worst thing you
move,
could possibly.
horrible
It happens
call.
every
Yeah,
game.
horrible call too. I mean,
Yeah.
really, and what we said, and part of the thing, you should be punishing these guys. Like, and if you, and I know that, oh, you can't review VAR for this. Why not? I don't care if it's written
It
in your
doesn't
dumb
matter
rules.
if they review VAR because the
But
mentality of the players, the fans, and the refs are that someone was wronged. I mean, dude, you should see these
oh,
guys
I
on
know,
X
no.
when there's like a light tap on a shin.
Oh yeah, hey, it's a
People will
penalty.
defend it and be like, "Oh, you don't understand. You've never been hit at that going that speed." I'm like, "Yeah, I actually
Oh,
have."
I know
And
that.
I never
I
thought
know
once
that.
to even fall over. It didn't cross my mind.
My point is not that. My point is there's all these little rules that they prevent you from looking at it if it's in the case of like you can't look at something for a yellow or this. There's all these little rules. Just stop with it. If you think it's a call that's worthwhile, have the team check while you're playing. Don't stop the game for it. And then if you find that there's something that needs to be changed, make the change. That's
VAR's
something
not going to
with
solve it.
VAR. No, that's something with VAR that could help. The biggest thing is refs need to punish these guys. And we talked about last time, straight reds.
Yep.
You try to dive, you try to throw off the game, which I consider cheating by diving. You actually try to cheat and bamboozle the refs here. It needs to stop. I know it's been a part of the game forever. I mean, look at like the Maradona hand of God. I don't care. It needs to be banned, especially if it's trying to like fake an injury, which happens literally 20 times a game. You need to be carded, and if it's something mild, like it's outside the box, give them a yellow. If it's something that's like just ridiculous, get a red. They need punishment. Instead, what happens is the opposite. The foul always goes to the whiner, and then the other person either gets nothing or they get carded. Like, why is that the answer? It needs to be the
There
exact
was a
opposite.
play, and we broke this one down too in that same episode that got banned, which is so stupid, you know. But it was Juve, their Champions League
Was
game
it
against
Galatasaray, right?
Galatasaray.
Yeah.
I think
Who
it
was
was
the
the
player?
first leg. It
Who's
was
the player?
Cabal. Cabal and
Yes.
Yilmaz were battling
Yes.
for and this was when Cabal got his second yellow card, and all the
Total
Juve fans
jump
were
too.
bitching. Okay, that was a total dive, and the problem is, Yilmaz got his arm up and made contact with Cabal's face. It was an accident. It doesn't hurt. Cabal just played on
Yeah,
because
he
was
didn't go down. He
trying to
could have.
fight for the ball.
Yeah, he could have
If
based on the smell
Cabal
of
would have
game.
thrown himself to the ground and screamed, that would have been a yellow card the other way.
100%. It might have even
Instead,
been worse because it was
because
an elbow. Yeah,
right, but instead because Cabal decided to keep playing,
and be a man.
and then a couple
He got
seconds
punished.
later, Yilmaz threw himself to the ground and
Got
Cabal
Cabal out of
thrown
the
out of the
game.
game.
It's
So this
that
is.
man.
And the fans have no clue. They're just like, "Oh God, what an idiot, Cabal! He's so stupid." I'm like, "Dude, he was playing the game."
He played the game.
Yilmaz threw himself to the ground like a bitch.
He had an open
I mean,
mouth scream face. Like this is that's a huge issue. I mean that right there. If people can go back and watch that a couple times, that really does describe what's wrong with this game. One dude plays through something that shouldn't have been a foul anyways, but he could have I guess not cheated, taken advantage of something that maybe grazed his face, held his face, went down and been appalled by it, and gotten a yellow or red, and then the foul would have went their way. Instead, he decides to play it like you're supposed to, and gets thrown out of the game because the other guy took the opportunity. Well, I'm going to dive now. Amazing. That was so perfect.
I'm a big
You
fan
gotta
of
watch that clip.
self-policing. I'm a big fan of self-policing. Let the players punch each other in the face. If someone does that, they deserve to get punched. in the
Just have
face.
some soccer brawls.
Yeah,
Just have some soccer brawls.
You don't
Some
get to behave
calcio
that
brawls.
way and not get punched in the face. Well, you know how it is. And this is why, like, men's league soccer, it's all just a bunch of whining and screaming. No one does anything about it. But when they do, it gets real nasty because
It
it's all a
does,
bunch of,
yeah.
it's like chicks. They just hold grudges and then someone else pays the price for it. Just punch each other in the face, get over it, and get back out there and play again. No,
Now, we know that
don't act like
it's not
that,
going to
guys.
happen. So the only
sure.
possibly realistic solution is they need to be giving out cards immediately. There needs to be a
immediate red
lot of punishment. And as we just talked about before this, refs could literally change the game in one weekend.
Yeah.
If the refereeing organization
Well-
made a change to say this is what we're gonna do and this is how it's gonna be, then they could change it. It doesn't even take retraining. You just need
My
to
point,
actually
though,
judge the game properly.
I agree with you, but that's not. It's we see it this way. okay, because we grew up differently.
You
But
think
if you
they
grew
can't
up in
see it
that,
this way?
the refs think it's the refs have no idea. The refs. So remember when I
They're a
started
part of the
playing
culture.
soccer? Yeah, I remember I played a lot as a kid. I played a little bit in high school, and then I took, I didn't play for a while. It was always like a secondary sport. And then when we went back and played, I was still under the impression that, it was mostly done to get calls. It's not. And anybody who's played knows that. It's not really to get calls. They actually think that they're hurt. They don't know the difference between what stings and what's actually hurting. And the problem is the refs are like that too. The refs see something and they think it's just some horrible, violent act, and it's like the most accidental, weird thing that
Yeah,
happens, or it's just guys battling for the ball.
it's
And
gonna be a battle
it's
either
the
way, man.
mentality. It's the
Yeah.
mentality of the soccer culture that is impossible to
That's
change.
gonna be impossible to
It's
change, but
Yeah,
there at least has been a lot of stuff said about it as far as like the reffing goes, and not failing to punish dives and stuff. So at least that has been in the media a lot recently. So there are people talking about it that would at least make it a little
yeah.
more palatable.
Straight red.
Nothing is gonna change this unless because the culture has not won't change. It's been like that for decades, but if that could be one step, that's at least something. That's all we
Just
can
get
actually
hockey
ask for.
refs out there. Get some NHL refs for like a month, and the game will totally change.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Don't hire soccer or culture refs.
yeah, right. They'll change it. Be like, oh, get up, that didn't hurt. And then the best part is you can yell at the hockey refs, and they won't give you cards for yelling at them because they'll just yell right back at you. They don't care. They're not a bunch of weaklings.
As our thing was the Bastoni ban thing, where people are calling for him to be banned
Yeah.
from the nationality. Like, one, are you kidding me?
There
Because
should be no
as we
players on
said,
any team.
yeah, everybody dies all the time, and then
Yeah.
two, yes, but not actually banned. It's just because he sucks for the nationality, so he should not play for the
Right.
nationality.
That's the point, right? He shouldn't be on the team anyways because he's so freaking bad
He's
for the
bad for
national
it.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been great. He's been great for Inter as an attacker. He's
yeah,
still bad for Inter as a defender. He makes some slide tackles here and there, but his overall marking and laziness in defense is wild. So
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
he can't read a ball in the air to save his life.
no.
He's a tragic defender.
And crazy thing is, he's probably going to be one of our best options with who we have left
Yeah,
from injuries as far as the.
yeah.
But I mean, hey,
Well,
if
and
he's
form. Buongiorno's
yeah
off. Buongiorno was excellent last year. Awesome,
yeah
and he's been just poop.
yeah, Buongiorno was our best true center back last year
Yeah,
by far.
absolutely. Yeah,
Now
not even
he's
close.
he's been rough, man. Even like just the yeah. And anyways, we already talked about that, but.
I think he's adjusting to being slow. I mean, as I got older and I got injuries, it was definitely tough to adjust my game after being, an agile person to being a slow person. Sometimes you just get caught out thinking you can do something you can do and
Yeah,
you
you think
can't.
your body can do it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it can. You just and dude, like with the knee thing, it's the pain's not a problem. Sometimes you just blow a fucking tire.
You just can't. It's all about like your quick takeouts, your the fast twitch
Yeah,
fibers. That's the hardest thing to modify to get back. It's like that initial acceleration. Like that's what goes. Like you don't see
yeah,
people come back from injuries, with when they change speed who have great acceleration. They're okay top end wise once you get up to speed, but man, it's like it takes a while to get going. That's
that's your
the issue.
burst you lose.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah, and he's struggling with that. So,
yeah,
that was all we wanted to bring up from a semi last cast. Kind of pertains to this cast, but yeah, we think it's ridiculous. But, anyways, that was all of kind of my thoughts on it. We know what we need to do. We should be winning this game. We'll
yeah.
probably come back either right before the game when selection is confirmed, give our thoughts, or right afterwards. So, Anth, any more thoughts?
Oh no, I'm all out of thoughts.
All right. Well, whoever did join, sorry for the delay, but we are back for now. And Forza Calcio. Ciao.